visibility decreases, making driving conditions much worse as the night goes on. Now, some people today getting a head start on their shoveling during that break in action earlier. But if you do have to be out on the roads today, make sure that you are using your headlights and slowing down. There were some snow plows today, but they won't be out mostly until tonight.
One thing I tell my two daughters, I got two daughters, make sure there's extra clothes and boots in the vehicle, a shovel, and jumper cables. And I hate to, they're always on the cell phone, but make sure your cell phone is charged up.
The Green Bay Department of Public Works says it will keep the city moving, but things won't be completely clear until Sunday afternoon. And coming up tonight on NBC 26 Live at 6, I'll have more tips for you if you're not out on the road, what you can do to stay safe at home during this first major snowstorm of the year. Live in Ashwaubenon, keeping you connected, Marissa DiCandido, NBC 26.
Thanks, Marissa. The snowstorm has forced UW-Oshkosh to cancel their mid-year commencement ceremony. Students who plan to walk are now invited to participate in the commencement in May for the spring ceremony. NWTC, though, has chosen to hold their winter commencement tonight at the KI convention. It starts at 6 p.m., but if students feel it's unsafe to travel to the event, they have the choice to walk this spring as well. Across northeast Wisconsin, cities have declared a snow emergency. That means no vehicle can park on the street at this time. And due to the weather, many evening activities have been canceled. You can see the closings scrolling right now on the bottom of your screen. Well, the weather has caused delays and cancellations at Austin Straubel International Airport tonight as well. If you're flying out tomorrow or tonight, check your flight status and be ready to be patient. Well, many of us will be shivering and shoveling our way out of our homes once the storm is all said and done. It's important to remember how long you have to clear the snow. In Green Bay, homeowners are required to clear the sidewalks of snow and ice within 24 hours after the snow has stopped falling. Now, if you can't shovel yourself, don't let your guard down if you have someone else do it. Thieves have been posing as good neighbors, offering to shovel driveways in Madison. Police say it was just a ruse to see if anyone was home so they could break in, so be careful. You can stay connected with continuous severe weather coverage by downloading our Storm Shield app. It's available for your smartphone. Firefighters from 5 departments battled a barn blaze in Little Suamico today. Animals and expensive farm equipment were inside when flames broke out around 11:30 this morning on County Highway J. Investigators believe they've pinpointed the cause as a heater in the barn where the alpaca animals were being held. Luckily, none of the animals were hurt. Well, for many retired NFL players, head injuries were a common occurrence on the field. Now, later in life, many are dealing with the aftermath of those injuries. That's the case for John Shinners, who played 8 years of professional football. Now he's part of a concussion lawsuit against the NFL, and the league is paying for his care as dementia sets in. NBC 26's Raquel Amell is live in the newsroom now with his story. Raquel?
Well, Megan, despite living in an assisted living home, John says he's not sad. Instead, he's sharing a story of how he realized something was wrong and how the NFL is offering help to him and others suffering from years of head injuries. Shinners has dementia along with a knee injury sustained from his time in the NFL, playing for New Orleans, Baltimore, and ending his career in Cincinnati. He says he doesn't know where he would be right now if it weren't for the NFL's 88 plan, something his wife learned about from a family friend nearly 15 years ago when John first started to forget things. After a diagnosis from a neuropsychologist, Shinners was accepted by the 88 plan, which pays for his expenses at an assisted living center. Now, Shinners is hoping to educate others, retired football players, of these benefits.
Players should understand what they're going through. They just shouldn't say, well, old age, is making me forgetful. They should really take the time to get analyzed.
John has a 13-year-old son who's a quarterback on his high school football team. He's offering his son advice, coaching him to be careful in the hopes he doesn't end up facing the same injuries as his father. Now, Shinners says the helmets have come a long way since 1977 when his career in the NFL came to an end. He says he's glad to see how concussion awareness is becoming more prevalent at the professional level. Live in the Green Bay newsroom, keeping you connected, Raquel Amell, NBC 26.
Thank you, Raquel. Well, more snow is headed our way tonight. Let's take a live look outside with our Green Bay Tower cam. Cameron will be back with a look at what you can expect and how to stay safe. Plus, millions of you will be hitting the road for the holidays. We'll show you how to navigate the traffic.
You're connected to NBC 26 News at 5 with Megan Lowry, Chief Meteorologist Cameron Moreland, and Sports Director Charlie Sakaitis. NBC 26 News at 5, keeping you connected.
We're all pursuing something. The Founding Fathers called it happiness. But you? Maybe you call it getting over that hill. Or getting through that final month. Or maybe it's just being there when you thought you couldn't. Whatever you call it, Prevea will help you find it. Because when you're pursuing healthy, happiness comes along for the ride. Prevea, it's your health, your happiness. Let's get after it.
This holiday, give the gift of music at Jim's Music and Teaching Center. We have a huge selection. Our experts will help you find the perfect instrument for every age and skill level. Gift cards and music lessons make great gifts too. You'll find the perfect gift at Jim's Music.
At Super Ron's, our meat department understands how the current market has affected your buying decisions. We still trim the whole chuck before it's grown. Brats, burgers, and marinated chicken breast are all made fresh daily. Taste the quality, taste the freshness at Super Ron's.
With class-exclusive four-corner air suspension for a smooth, controlled, level ride. And the class-exclusive Rambox cargo management system, only Ram, America's longest-lasting pickups, have the power to light up every holiday. And now get great deals at the Ram Big Finish event. Now get 20% off MSRP cash allowance on select 2016 Ram 1500 models in dealer stock.
How will Arnold fire people on the new Celebrity Apprentice?
Hasta la vista, baby.
You're terminated.
Get to the chopper, now!
It's gonna be something scary as hell, I tell you that.
The new Celebrity Apprentice premieres January 2nd on NBC.
The wall was created for one reason, to change lives.
These deserving contestants get a chance at a brighter future.
$12 million.
This is going to be the ball that changes our lives.
The Wall special preview this Monday on NBC.
We are following a storm alert this evening on NBC 26 as the first major winter storm of the season moves across the state during the next 24 to 36 hours. We've got a winter storm warning here for all of northeast Wisconsin, and we have a winter weather advisory for Menominee County, Michigan. We're going to see snow, heavy at times tonight, and then tomorrow periods of snow. That snow could also fall heavily at times. We're going to have difficult traveling across the area, and on the backside of this storm, as winds start to crank up out of the north, we're going to see some blowing and drifting. That'd be mainly tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow night. So after some patchy or steady light snow, depending on where you're watching from, throughout most of the day, we are now looking at steady light to moderate snow across most of northeast Wisconsin, and we're actually starting to see some lake effect snow develop out over Lake Michigan. That is pushing towards the west. As we zoom out here just a little bit on Storm Shield radar, you can see that the snow continues off to the west across Minnesota and northern Iowa, and this area of snow will be increasing in aerial coverage and intensity as we head through the evening and overnight hours. So once again, so far today, most of us have picked up about an inch or two of snow. We're going to see another 5 to 6 inches of snow tonight. And then tomorrow, an additional 2 to 4 inches. And we add all those numbers together, you end up with about 8 to 12 inches across most of the NBC 26 viewing area. But once again, some lake enhancement or lake effect snow is likely, and that means some of those totals could be just a little bit higher in a few spots. Currently in Green Bay, the visibility is dropping as the snow picks up. The temperature is 15 degrees. In Appleton, we're looking at 14 degrees with some light snow and light winds. Temperatures across the area right now are hanging out in the mid to upper teens. We're going to hold steady for the next couple of hours and then start to climb as we head throughout the night. But overall, temperatures for this event will be in the teens or mid-20s, which means we're going to be looking at that light and fluffy or dry and powdery snow. This is not snowman snow. This is the kind of snow that you can just kind of wipe away with a brush. So far today, as I mentioned earlier, we've picked up about 1 to 2 inches of snow, officially 1.8 inches in Green Bay. We also had the same amount here at NBC 26. 2 inches has been reported in Pulaski and Iola, and those totals are are going up. Take a look at the storm alert graphic this evening, and you can see the entire state is under a winter storm warning right now. And that winter storm warning extends off to the west across Minnesota and South Dakota. You can see this huge area of snow organizing here across the north central part of the country. Even some heavy snow starting to come together here across southwestern Minnesota. All of this is moving off towards the east, while the main storm organizes to our south and west. It's a Colorado low. It's taking that favorable track off to the north and east for heavy snow here in northeast Wisconsin, and that's where we're going to see at times as we head throughout the night and into tomorrow. You can see the totals will be high across the central and eastern part of the state. Skycast shows steady snow across the entire viewing area by 7 o'clock. That'll continue into the early morning hours, and this storm is actually going to come at us in two pieces. It looks like we'll see a little bit of a lull during the morning, and then the next batch of moderate to heavy snow will move through during the late morning and early afternoon before everything starts to taper off to flurries or patchy light snow as we head into tomorrow evening. We've picked up about 1 to 2 inches so far. By tomorrow morning, when you wake up, look for a solid 6, 7, 8, 9 inches of snow, and then when all is said and done, most of us will be in that 8 to 12 inch range with some locally higher amounts. And then behind this storm, it's going to turn frigid once again. Look at those wind chills on Sunday morning, down into the teens and 20s below zero. So your forecast for tonight calls for snow. It'll fall heavily at times, especially later on tonight into tomorrow morning. Temperatures will hold steady and then climb. Tomorrow, periods of snow. It could be heavy at times. It'll be turning windy as well, with blowing and drifting snow as we head into the afternoon, evening, and tomorrow night. On Sunday, morning highs in the single digits, holding steady or actually falling off a little bit during the afternoon. North and west of the Fox Valley, some spots may not make it above zero. We start to warm up a little bit on Monday, and then we really warm up as we head towards Christmas Eve and Christmas. Temperatures will be getting up into the 30s, and if you're heading down to Chicago to watch the Packers beat the Bears, you can expect a lot of sunshine, although it is going to be frigid. Temperatures will be in the single digits, right around 5, give or take a couple of degrees. Wind chills will be well below zero.
Hopefully the snow will have passed us so people can drive okay down there.
But it is going to be windy. We're going to see blowing and drifting snow across 43 and 41 Saturday night into Sunday morning.
It's a perfect night to stay indoors with a movie, with your family, and not go out at all.
Yeah.
If you can avoid it.
And just watch NBC 26.
Exactly. You can watch
Find
at
out the
6:30
latest.
and 10.
There you go.
Thanks for watching tonight. Well, now is the time to make sure that your vehicle